Today is the day. Today's the day I get my insulin pump. I'm full of mixed emotions. I'm really excited. I am nervous. I've had type 1 diabetes for 19 years. Every day I've done injections. But right now, on the 19th of March at 6:20, I'm literally about to do my 2 last injections. Now, I will still have to carry my pens around with me in case my insulin pump ever decides to fail or something goes wrong. But these 2 little pens have kept me alive for the last 19 years. And now I'm putting my trust in a new piece of tech to do that. This video is going to be a bit here, there and everywhere. So I'm going to have my breakfast and then I'm going to jump on a train to London. And my pump start is going to be for like 3 hours. And then I want to film a bit of a diabetes organisation video. So I don't actually know how long this video is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be little clips here and there of me living with a pump now, or if it's going to be a mishmash of things. I can't believe I'm going to be giving my last 2 injections. Anyway, let's just get it done. It's done. It's honestly going to feel so weird later when I have the pump on me and I don't have to do an injection. Like, I don't think you guys understand, unless you have type 1 and have gone from injections to a pump, how weird that's going to be. But I've got my little insulin vial protectors at the ready. I've got my tote bag ready because I'm going to have a lot of supplies to bring home. And yeah, oh my god, I can't believe it. This is such a big deal. But anyway, I'm going to have breakfast and then we will get on a train to Waterloo, and then I have to get on a tube. I will bring the camera along with me, but I get really shy vlogging in public. And then I'll see how much I can actually film in the pump start, because obviously there will be other people in the group getting their pumps as well. So the only clip I might be able to film is me actually putting the pump on, and I'm going to put it on my arm, hence why I've got a a bodysuit on, because it will make it easier. But so I've just made it to London Bridge. Literally just stood in front of Guy's Hospital, and it's 9:15, so I'm a little bit early. I did toy with the idea of getting a coffee, but actually I think I'm fine. And I'm stood right next to the Shard. Literally just before I got on the train, my blood sugar started to drop, so I had to have an orange juice, and now they're like 11, which is fine. But yeah, I don't really know what to do. I don't know whether to go in and just wait around or to have a walk around. There's not really much around here, to be honest, so I don't know. I'm gonna probably just go and find where I need to go, and then yeah, 9:30 is my pump start. So oh my gosh, I feel really like nervous because loads of people are looking at me whilst I'm vlogging, but do you know what? In London, people should be pretty used to it. So there is Guy's Hospital right there.
Slowly remove each of this one. Yeah? Okay. And then of course make sure that you don't hold it like that. You have to hold it here and then remove it individually.
I'm nervous.
So when you put it on, don't stick it like that.
Yeah, put your arm like this. Yeah.
Now it's like,
Oh yeah, it's like a flick, isn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. Hey guys, so I'm just on the train now. I'm gonna go back home. It is 2:15. That pump start took way longer than I thought, but there was a lot of information to get through. You would have seen a little clip of me putting my pump on, and I've actually already given my first like bolus. And now I'm just about to give my first like food bolus. I honestly, it's crazy. Yeah, absolutely surreal. I was meant to have a dentist appointment, which I'm now not going to make, so I did just call them to let them know. This lens, really dirty. So yeah, I did just call them to let them know I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. How many grams of carbohydrates I need for my food. I'm going to put it into my controller. I am going to buy a new case for this, by the way, but for now, this one will do. And I must not forget that anywhere. Like, I need to remember to have it with me all the time. And then when I get home, I will show you guys obviously the pod on my arm, and I'm so excited because I get to like organise my diabetes stuff. That's really sad, isn't it? But yeah, super excited. So yeah, let's do it. So we've got this sandwich is 38.8 grams of carbs. So 38.8. I've got some crisps, which are 20. So that's 58.8 grams of carbs. Now I'm obviously putting my trust in a pod here. Also, my blood sugars are like really good right now. Into bolus. 58. 4.7 grams. Confirm. Guys, I cannot even tell you how amazing that is. Not having to fiddle in public, getting out my insulin pens to inject. Life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. So I now need to wait about 10 to 15 minutes, let the insulin do its thing, and then I can start eating. Hello, I am finally home. And oops, there she is. Ah! So exciting, oh my goodness. However, I now have the task of having to try and organise all of my medical supplies. So I'm in the guest room at the moment because that's where I kind of keep all my medical supplies. I'm going to lay everything out that I have, and then I will do a bit of like a time-lapsey kind of thing, organising it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been excited to do this ever since I knew I was getting the pump. Love a bit of organisation. But yeah, let me just get everything. So that is currently, you can see there, that is currently where my bits all live. But you might have seen a couple of vlogs ago, I bought some like organisers from B&M, and they've just been sat there not being used, ready for today. So let me just get everything spread out, and then we can start organising it. Right, so these are obviously the things that I bought from B&M. I need to get all the stickers off. And then we have blood sugar testing bits. We have overlay patches. We have new Omnipods. We've got a whole load of Dexcoms that I had delivered the other day. Random, like, I used to be on the Libra 3s, but I'm still keeping these because bless him, Alan, my boyfriend, actually likes to try them on. And I also have a Dexcom G7 here, which I've actually never tried. And then over here, so these were obviously the two bits that I used to use for my medical supplies, but obviously it has now expanded. I'm probably going to keep bits in here that I will use for traveling with. I'm not sure yet, we'll see. Needles, which again, I hardly will need anymore, but I still need to have my pens just in case. My Frio wallet, which is great for traveling. It keeps your insulin cool. It looks a bit grubby, but yeah. And then I need to just see what I've got in these, because I've got 3 of them here. And then sharps boxes, which again I will need for when I dispose of the needles that I use to fill my pods. That won't make any sense at the minute, but there will be more videos about Omnipod, obviously. And then again, just some other little bits here. I am actually wanting to do a giveaway on my diabetes Instagram, which is me versus glucose, when I get to like 250 followers. So if you're not following me on my 2 Instagrams, but if you specifically want to follow the diabetes one, then go over there, because I will be doing like 2 or 3 mini giveaways once I get to 250 followers. Don't ask me why 250, it's just, that's just what I've decided. But I think I mentioned this in my Instagram story this morning, but I didn't mention it on here. So before I quickly start organising, I just want to say that I was like reflecting this morning before I went on my pump start, and I was like, I've had diabetes for 19 years. Today's the 19th of March. I was also diagnosed in March. And I was just like, how weird is that? Like, it just all kind of coincides together. But anyway, right, I need to get you guys on a tripod so that I can then do this organisation. Okay, well that actually didn't take me very long at all. I've got it all pretty organised. I'll just show you. And then I have a lot of recycling that I need to put in the recycle bin. But this is where we're at. All my Omnipod pods in here. I'm going to stack them so that I use the top ones first, and then I've actually put like a little like piece of paper just there. You won't be able to see it, but it's so I know I have like 10 pods left, and then I need to call the company to set up my automatic delivery of the 3 months worth of pods. So obviously this will start to not look as neat once I start using changing the pods every 3 days, but at the moment it looks pretty good. So I'll stack them on top of each other, and then I've actually got these insulin vial protectors. So once I get more insulin vials from my GP, which is something that I actually have to do today, I have to go and drop a letter off at my GP. These will just kind of live in the fridge, and I can take these when I go traveling as well, and it keeps them like nice and safe. And then in here is just going to be like adhesives. So obviously like my pod is literally held on by an adhesive, so I've got some Dexcom adhesives and then some Omnipod ones, which I did buy off Amazon, just in case the adhesives start to fall off and I need some reinforcement. And then in here I've just got like blood glucose testing things, so you know, just some spare meters. I don't actually use this meter, but it's there anyway. These are needles to finger prick test. I do also have my pill in here, and then ketone strips and blood glucose strips, but I'll just fill them up as I need to. I won't actually need to be finger prick testing that often, so yeah. And then here I couldn't fit them all in nicely aesthetically, but that's all my Dexcoms. So the sensors, which I change every 10 days, and then the transmitter, which I change every 3 months. So that is those. And then over here I just have like bits that I won't really be needing. So I've got this empty sharps bin, but I currently have another one in my bedroom. And then there's recycling of pens, but again, I won't really be needing pens, hopefully, anytime soon. The spare sensors, as I said, I had, again, needles. I am going to fill up some needles in my room anyway, just in case. And I'm also going to put 2 pods at my bedside table, because you never know when one of these little babies can fail and you need to change it. So yep. And then this sharps bin is actually full, so I let them fill up, and once I've got about 3 or 4, I get the local council to come and collect them. And then in here, so my Frio wallet is in there as well, but I've just got all of the sort of stickers for pens and stuff like that, which I will be including in some of the giveaways. Also, before I actually went onto the real Omnipod, I ordered 2 like dummy pods, and this is what they, if it will focus, this is basically like the inbuilt tech inside the pods. I mean, how crazy is that this can deliver my insulin? I just think that's absolutely crazy. So I've actually got, let me show you. I've actually got this little thing here, which I'm just going to start collecting like all my used sensors and pods, just to kind of, you know, do some like Instagram posts and things like that. I'm going to put these on the shelf behind me, and then I'm going to go into my room and just organize the little tray thing in there. And then yeah, that's basically Diabetes Organization 101 complete, and I have so much recycling. Guys, I don't think you actually understand how happy this makes me. Like, it looks so good. It's so organized. I love it. Probably some of the worst lighting I've ever seen, but here we are. Sorry about that, guys. So I've also got this one that I bought from B&M, which I'm going to put in my bedside table. And I'm going to fill it with some needles, just in case overnight I ever had to give myself some insulin or something like that. I'm also going to have some low glucose hypo treatment. I like these are like my hypo treatment of choice. Hopefully now with the pump that I have, I won't have as many low blood sugars and as many high blood sugars, but you always have to be prepared and have things at hand just in case anyway. And then I'm also going to put 2 spare pods in here, again just in case anything ever happened overnight and my pump stopped working or my blood sugars were super high or something like that. And then I also have my sharps bin. There we go. Hi guys, so it's now Sunday the 24th of March. I thought I would film me doing a pump change. So I've already done a pump change since starting on the pump, but today it's due. Also, look at this. How cute is this little cover? Alan's mum bought me 2 covers from a website called, I think it's Sugar Fam Cover or something like that. I'll put a link down below. But it's like reusable silicone covers for your Omnipod, and it's so cute. So I got this one, and then I've also got one that says like Lazy Pancreas Club or something. But yeah, so I'm going to pop that back on as well, because when you change your pod, it has to be in like the same line of sight as your Dexcom. I think I'm going to put it in my stomach because I'm wearing jeans, and obviously I don't want to show you guys like me in my underwear if I put it on my leg. So I think I'm going to go for the stomach. And yeah, I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. I'm still a little bit slow at doing it because this is only going to be my 2nd time changing it, but I thought I would show you guys how I do it. So let me bring you guys down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I have my PDM, and then I have like a new pod in here, and then I've also got my insulin in this cute little vial. So I can't obviously stop this current pod until I've set up my new one, so let's do that now. I've got a syringe with a needle on the end. It's like the tiniest little needle. I'll show you guys in a minute. So I have to like pump it up with some air because otherwise it gets quite stiff when you put it into the vial. So I just pump it up a few times. So I draw it to 200 units. That's how much I'm going to put into my pod anyway. And then, so this is how tiny the needle is. I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see that. Into my vial, I push all the air in, turn it upside down. Sorry, you guys can't really see what I'm doing. Turn it upside down, and then it makes it easier to pull back to 200 units. Now you guys won't be able to see this, but there is like a little air bubble right at the top. And obviously I have to make sure there's no air bubbles at all. A good way to know that you've got no bubbles is if you turn it upside down and you don't see any coming up. So it looks like that's all good. It's really hard to show you guys. I'm going to press here, and then I'm going to put change pod at the bottom. So change pod, deactivate is going to deactivate my current one. Yeah, so that's now deactivated. And then I'm gonna set up new pod. And now I'm gonna fill this one up. So it'll make a couple of beeps as well as I'm doing it. Okay, so that's all full. So I press next on my pod, and they're gonna like start communicating with each other, and again it will start ticking away. I'm just going to remove this one whilst it's doing that. don't know if you guys can see that, but that is what the cannula looks like. So that's what sits. This camera is not very good at focusing, I do apologise. But that blue thing is what sits in my skin. So just before I put this new one on, you're meant to like kill these because otherwise they can like scream at you. There we go. Now I'm going to put this one on. So you can select on the PDM what pump site you're putting it on. So I'm going to do it on my stomach. And then you need to pop off this plastic bit. So it's kind of like opening a tin of Coke or something. So you snap it off. This bit's really important, that when you're peeling off like these sticky bits as well, that you don't fold it in on itself. Otherwise, good luck getting it on. And now I actually have to stand up to do it on my stomach. So I'm just gonna put you guys up here. Just because of like the way that your stomach like folds, I guess. I am wearing mid-rise jeans, so I'm probably gonna put it like just above where my, like maybe just like there. Because if I had high-rise, it would be like, sorry guys, this is like, so if I had high-rise, it would be kind of there. So I don't want it to like rub. So I either have to put it quite low down or higher up. But I'm only going to have it for 3 days, so I might just put it here actually. Here we go, first time putting it on my stomach. I'm quite scared. Start on my PDM and then it's going to tick and then fire in the cannula. This is the bit I don't like, but here we go. Okay. You guys won't be able to see, but there's like a little pink square that appears on the actual Omnipod. Pink square just tells me that the cannula is inserted properly. I'm gonna pop my little case on. Oh, how cute is that? So even if I've got like my, yeah, actually that's,
yeah,
it's actually not uncomfortable. I mean, let me, yeah. That's actually not bad. I'm always advised, or anyone on a pump is always advised, to change like your pods or your sets just before you eat something. So breakfast, lunch or dinner. Ideally not dinner, but sometimes you can't help it. Basically the earlier the better, because if you have any issues going into the night and your pod isn't working and you're asleep, you're not going to know about it. But yeah, that is how I do a pod change. I think that actually went better than my first pod change where I was like terrified. But yeah, it's amazing. And obviously I didn't have to do any injections. And it's crazy to think that this little thing is what is keeping me alive at the moment. And I'm just so grateful. So there we go. So guys, I think I'm going to end this video here actually. I will do a separate video at some point actually explaining what these pumps do, because you guys are probably like, well, she's got a pump, but what the heck is it doing? And why is it better than injections? But I will literally make a whole separate video on that at some point. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. I am absolutely loving being on the pump. It's got its kind of anxieties attached with it as well, but I think that's with anything. But yeah, thank you so much. Do like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you wish to, and I'd love for you guys to engage in the comments. I don't really get many comments, which is absolutely fine, but it's always nice to kind of engage with people that are watching. So yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Bye.